guys, today I'm doing something a little bit embarrassing. We are going to be going over my entire physical TBR, which is around 200 bucks. And I need your help. As I go through these books, if there's any books you really want to see me read, you want my opinion on, leave it in a comment down below. I'll put one book per comment, and then in a future video, I will use a random comment generator to pick my reads for the video. So if you want to be involved, if you want to help control my reads, make sure to leave a comment. Like I said, one book per comment. If you want to leave 15 comments, go for it. I don't mind. Gives us more options when we pick our comment, but we're gonna go over it, grab some popcorn, cause it's gonna be a lot of books. I'm not going over what these books are. I'm just literally gonna go over what books in this shelf and my black and white shelves over there that I have not read. The only thing I'm not gonna be counting is the books on my current TBR, because by the time this video comes out, those books will have already been read, most likely. So before we get into there, I do have one book in my to be hauled pile that I don't have on my shelves yet, but is part of my current physical TBR, and that is The Wives by Taryn Fisher. I picked this up per a recommendation by Miss Beth here on YouTube. So let's go. I apologize if this part's a little bit shaky. My tripod can't reach this top shelf, but on here we do have some manga that I have not read. I've read part 1 of Hunter x Hunter. I don't have the rest of My Hero Academia, so I haven't read it, but it's not on my TBR. But books 2, 3, 4, and 5 of the Hunter x Hunter manga. We have Crazy Rich Asians, China, Rich Girlfriend, and Rich People Problems, all by Kevin Kwan. Have not read them. And then I have not read Mockingjay or The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins. Now we'll go on the tripod so you don't have to have me holding you being a shaky mess. I would bring you guys closer if I could. I wanted to see in my bathroom. But let me flip up my screen so I can see what's going on. This tripod is as tall as she gets. So we'll be more zoomed in the future. This is my blue and purple books. Blue is by far the most popular book cover. What do we have over here? We have got Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross. We've got By Any Other Name by Jodi Picoult. Every Last Fear by Alex Finley. We Are the Light by Matthew Quick. Again and Again by Jonathan Evanson. This is the book of the month book that has been on my TBR the longest. A Brush with Love by Maisie Eddings, which I originally thought was about painters. It's about dentists. The Last One by Will Dean. Firefly Lane by Kristen Hanna. Not Another Love Song by Julie Soto. The Teacher by Frida McFadden. The Dare by Natasha Preston. This is like a Frozen book called All Is Found. I don't know who it's by. It's not on the spine and I'm not pulling it out. Sink by Ellen Hopkins. This is her only book I have not, or no, I have 2 books that I have on my TBR that I have not read. But she is like, in high school was my favorite author. Everything Sad is Untrue by Nayeri. If You Tell a Lie by Lucinda Berry. The Lonely Hearts Book Club by Lucy Gilmore. Sally Strange Diamond by Liz Nugent. I'm not sure. You the View by Jessica Joyce. I'll go this way. It's Elementary by Elsie Bryant. Well Matched by Jen DeLuca. When No One Is Watching by Alyssa Cole. The Wall of Winnipeg and Me by Mariana Zapata. Mile High by Liz Tomforty, which is I think how you say it. I've heard different variations, but I'm pretty sure that's how she introduced herself in an interview. What You Wish For by Catherine Center. The Cinnamon Bun Bookstore by Lori Gilmore. Beartown by Frederick Bachman. Pictures of You by Emma Gray. The 5-Star Weekend by Ellen Hildebrandt. Got that on sale for $5. This Spells Love by Kate Robb. And Mad Woman by Chelsea Beaker. If I pronounce anything wrong, I apologize. Then we'll move down here. We have a graphic novel of The Murder at the Orient Express by Agatha Christie. We've got The Sunday Daughter by Ellen O. Clover. Yeah. Shatter Me by, it just says Mafi. I don't remember the name of this author. Next to You by Hannah Bonham Young. The Last Letter by Rebecca Yarros. Before Your Memory Fades by Toshikazu Kawaguchi. Pucking Around by Emily Rath. Things You Save in a Fire by Catherine Center. The Good Part by Sophie Cousins. The Christmas Tree Farm by Lori Gilmore. Off to the Races by Elsie Silver. You'd Be Home Now by Kathleen Glasgow. The Night She Disappeared by Lisa Jewell. Along Came Holly by Cody Hall. Under the Same Stars by Bray. Runaway Love by Melanie Harlow. Dead 11 by Jimmy Giuliano. The Matzo Ball by Jean Meltzer. Well Traveled by Jen DeLuca. In the Likely Advent by Rebecca Yarros. Chef's Choice by TJ Alexander. Dating and Dragons by Christy Boyce. The Off-Limit Rule by Sarah Adams. Forget Me Not by Julie Soto. My Vampire Plus One. I can't wait to get to that one. I loved the first book in this series by Jenna Levine. The Book Club Hotel by Sarah Morgan. I'm excited about that too. It's not like seasonally appropriate, but I'm excited about it. The Legacy of Young Chen by Yi. I'm actually dreading this book because the first 2 books in this series were about Avatar Kyoshi, and I gave them 5 and 4 stars respectively. And then the next book, the first Yang Chen book, I gave 2 stars, so I'm scared. We've got The Push by Ashley Audrain. Now let's move down. Okay, here we go. We've got green and yellow books here. We have got Shark Heart by Emily Havoc. Tangled Up in You by Christina Lauren. To Con a Gentleman by Sarah Adams. How My Neighbor Stole Christmas by Megan Quinn. Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. Well Met by Jen DeLuca. I'm so hyped to start this series. It's really up there on my want to read. Betting on You by Lynn Painter. Nothing Like the Movies disappointed me so much that I'm dreading reading anything else by her, if I'm being honest. We have got The Exorcist by William Peter Blatty. The Christmas Appeal by Janice Hallett. Greenwich Park by Catherine Faulkner. Next of Kin by Hannah Bonham Young. The X Views by Jessica Joyce. The Temporary Roomie by Sarah Adams. The Bookshop on the Corner by Jenny Colgan. Normal People by Sally Rooney. We have an autobiography here, which is the opposite of Butterfly Hunting by Ivana Lynch, who is Luna Lovegood in Harry Potter. Watching You by Lisa Jewell. We've got The Guncle by Stephen Rowley. We've got Peg and Rose Solve a Murder by Lorian Burnson. This is a cozy mystery, which I don't really like cozy mysteries, but my mom's name was Peggy and my sister I call Rose, so it just reminded me of them. We've got Intermezzo by Sally Rooney. Well Played by Jen DeLuca. Same Time Next Summer by Annabelle Monaghan. Dial A for Aunties by Jessie Q. Santanto. I've only ever read a YA book by Jessie, so that's interesting. Goodbye Earl by Lisa Cross Smith. Don't Let Her Stay by Nicola Sanders. Lizzie Blake's Best Mistake by Maisie Eddings. This is like the second book in a series. I don't want to talk about it. Life's Too Short by Abby Jimenez. Nora Goes Off Script by Annabelle Monaghan. The Bodyguard by Catherine Center. And The Favorites by Lane Fargo, which I'm so hyped for because it's getting such great reviews. Let's move on down. My pink shelf is very barren these days. We've got Beg, Borrow, Steal by Sarah Adams, the 3rd book in this series. The Art of Catching Feelings by Alicia Thompson. The Enemy by Sarah Adams. The Return by Rachel Harrison. The Happy Ever After Playlist by Abby Jimenez. Before We Say Goodbye by Toshikazu Kawaguchi. Wild Love by Elsie Silver. Landline by Rainbow Rowell. The Lost Ticket by Freya Sampson. Desperate to get that on my TBR. When Gracie Met the Grump by Mariana Zapata. The Charm Offense by Allison Cochran. Business Casual by BK Borison. And To Catch a Suitor by Sarah Adams. And we'll do a little beep, 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 to our bottom shelf, which is quite full. Happiness for Beginners by Catherine Center. Caught Up by Liz Tomforty. Nosy Neighbors by Freya Sampson. The Banned Bookshop of Maggie Banks by Shauna Robinson. Mad Honey by Jodi Pico and Jennifer Finney Boylan. Love Theoretically by Allie Hazelwood. In the Weeds by BK Borison. Tell Me What You Did by Carter Wilson. Desperate to read that. Real by Kennedy Ryan. The Messy Lives of Book People by Phaedra Patrick. The Right Move by Liz Tomforty. Nick and Noel's Christmas Playlist by Cody Hall. Suburban Dicks by Fabian, I don't know how to say his last name. The Bookshop at the Shore by Jenny Colgan. 12 Dates of Christmas by Jenny Bayless. Meet Me in the Margins by Melissa Ferguson. The Last Flight by Julie Clark. Attachments by Rainbow Rowell. Everyone This Christmas Has a Secret by Benjamin Stevenson. Interesting Facts About Space by Emily Austin. Mixed Signals by BK Borison. Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone by Benjamin Stevenson. The Fourth Monkey by J.D. Barker. And Definitely Maybe by Ava Robinson. Now we'll go over to the less colorful shelves. Okay, y'all are residing in the TBR cart. Okay, so here's like my more browns and tans. We have got The Broken Girls by Simone St. James, Wild Dark Shore by Charlotte McConaughey, Sociopath by Patrick, I don't know how to say that last name, The Wedding People by Allison Espach, In the Woods by Tana French, The Last Thing to Burn by Will Dean, and A Stolen Life by J.C. Dugard. We've read the rest of these until we get here. Peggy by Rebecca Godfrey. I literally bought it because it's my mom's name. Well, I asked for it. I got it for Christmas. The Shining by Stephen King. Every Last Word by Stone. Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonham Young. And then There Were None by Agatha Christie. Jobs for Girls with Artistic Flair by June Jervius. I really want to read that because I love the cover. And then The Reckoning of Roku by Ribe. That's the third book, or the final book that's out in the Avatar series. Okay, now we just have the bottom shelf. I think I'm actually going through this pretty quick. When you're not talking about the books, it's pretty easy. I am holding you for this little segment because this is the only segment that's not on the bottom shelf. We've got Unwind by Neil Shusterman, The Second Endings by Michelle Hoffman, The Clinic by Kate Quinn, Local Woman Missing by Mary Kubica, Something Like Gravity by Amber Smith, A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara, The Way I Am Now by Amber Smith, The Giver Quartet by Lois Lowry, and The Whisper Man by Alex North. These are not really in any particular order, but we have got Madly Deeply, The Diaries of Alan Rickman, which I feel kind of uncomfortable reading, so I don't know if I'll ever read it. Game of Thrones, which I am currently listening to on audio. Caraval by Stephanie Garber. The Woman in the Window by A.J. Finn. Dark Places by Gillian Flynn. People Kill People by Ellen Hopkins, That's Not My Name by Megan Lally, The September House by Carissa Orlando, and The Quiet Tenant by Clemence Michelon. Boop, boop, boop. We've read The Naturals, if you know, you know. Obsessed, I love them, love that, love that series, it's so good. Excuse me, I'm just trying to get my TBR cart back over there. We are in close quarters right now. The Twin by Natasha Preston, You Will Be Mine by Natasha Preston, and The Haunting by Natasha Preston. This might be better not on the stool, actually. Probably make more sense. Okay. The Marsh King's Daughter by Karen Dion. In My Dreams I Hold a Knife by Ashley Winstead. Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. We Sold Our Souls by Grady Hendrix. The House Next Door by Darcy Coates. Where the Forest Meets the Stars by Glendy Vandera. Such a Pretty Girl by Lauren Wise, Olivetti by Millington, Horror Store by Grady Hendrix, and Girl Alone by Blake Pierce. We've got this trilogy by Alyssa Rowe, Asylum, Catacomb, Sanctum. We've got the Mindfuck series by S.T. Abbey, Carry On by Rainbow Rowell, An Academy for Liars by Alexis Henderson, Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross, Starling House by Alex E. Harrow, Witchcraft for Wayward Girls by Grady Hendrix. Second to last section. We have got Drowning by T.J. Newman, Night Will Find You by Julia Heberlin, The Maidens by Alex Michaelides, The Shadows by Alex North, Into the Water by Paula Hawkins, Horror Store by Paul Tremblay, Delicate Condition by Danielle Valentine, Bad Ones by Melissa Elbert, and Dearest by Jackie Walters. In this final little segment here, this is my like popcorn thriller corner. These are all by Frida. Brain Damage, The Perfect Son, Do Not Disturb, The Wife Upstairs, Do You Want to Know a Secret? We have got Keep It in the Family by John Mars, The Good Sister by Sally Hepworth, and then both Run on Red and The Thicket by Noelle Illy. There you have it, friends. That is my entire physical TBR. Can you believe it? I can't believe I was able to get through those so quickly. We love to see it, but make sure you leave comments down below with what books you want to see me read so we can film a fun video reading them together. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!